Children, welcome back. We are back again with a new chapter, with a new lesson, chapter 10, the frigid zone. So, lesson 10, the frigid zone. Now, before going into the chapter, let me show you frigid zone. Fridge, just remember frigid is fridge. The top, these top countries and these below countries are known as frigid zone because they don't get light adequately, and if they get slanting light, for which this region is almost frozen throughout the year. So today we will learn about the frigid zone and we will discuss about a case study, Greenland. Just remember, we had done a case study of Congo, then we had done a case study of prairies we had done, and this one is case study of Greenland. So let us begin with the chapter. Children, right now we are here standing in the capital city of Greenland, that is Nuuk. You can see people around me are wearing jackets, very thick jackets made of fur. You can see the environment around me is so cold. People are wearing leather jackets, thick fur jackets. You can see earlier people were using igloos to live, but these modern buildings have taken the place of igloos. People are using modern means of transport. You can see they also have a normal life like us, going to school, going to markets. You can see beautiful scenic beauty around us. Greenland is also economically prospering and developing. And now let us go back to our classrooms. Children, as you know, today we are going to learn about frigid zone. Frigid zone are the polar region of the earth which remain frozen throughout the year. This part remain frozen because it gets very less sunlight, and very less sunlight brings very less heat. As a result, the land here is covered with thick sheet of snow or ice throughout the year. So the Arctic region, which is in the North Pole, you can find little bit in people inhabit there, little bit people live there, but the southern pole is totally empty. You will not find any population other than researchers or scientists. They have made their stations there. So let us discuss a little bit about, let us have an insight about everything, little bit about. First, the plant life. The plant here, because the land is totally covered with ice throughout the year, so it does not give opportunity for big trees and big plants to grow here. So you will find the plants, very small plants, which are just rooted to the ground and just not too much of height. You will find animals with furry animals will find, whether it is the Arctic hare, whether it is the Arctic fox, anything you will see. There musk ox is there. I have attached all the animals in the video. You can find. I have left nothing for you to imagine. You can see everything. So animals are there. Now there is one important aspect of this frozen continent. So there is a very unique natural phenomenon which you can see here in the North Pole. The phenomenon is known as aurora borealis. I have attached the video of this phenomena also. You will see as if like in the DJ night you have colorful lights and all. It is like a DJ night there. Because this phenomena occurs. I'm telling you, remember this, I'm explaining this aurora borealis. Because this phenomena phenomenon occurs here because when the sunlight, when it falls on the gases, there are various gases on the in the atmosphere. When it falls, and due to the reflection of the ice and all, this kind of phenomenon happens when the light turns greenish, reddish, orange, bluish and all, and it is very beautiful to see at. You will see that. And coming to the climate of, we'll have a case study about Greenland. I will take you to the capital of Greenland, Nuuk. I'll take you there. And the climate, as you know, because it is covered with ice sheets and a thick sheet of ice, always there is, because it's the frozen continent, obviously it is very cold, and people were, ancient people, when the in olden times, the people of the Inuits, the actual inhabitants of Greenland, or actual inhabitants of this Arctic region, are known as Inuits. Earlier they were making houses of ice known as igloos, and they were wearing animal hide, or hide means skin. Other word for skin is hide. They were using animal hides to cover themselves, to keep themselves warm, to make the tents, and it was like that. But nowadays technology has an advent. Technology has come in to the region, polar region, and nowadays people have nice well furnished homes. People use ACs and all. They use to keep themselves warm. They use heaters. They use, earlier the Eskimos were using sledges made of animal bones and wood, etc. But nowadays they are using snowmobiles, they are using buses, they are using vehicles, they are using bikes, all sorts of modern technology, they are using it. And the food habit of the people of Greenland, or the people of Arctic region, is very rich in protein. They consume the whale meat, seal meat, they consume varieties of fishes, because the Arctic region is rich in marine life, and the whale and all sorts of marine life is abundantly available there, so they use it as food. So meat is a very big, it constitutes a very big part of the Greenland people's diet. They use various potatoes, vegetables and all, they use that. And little bit on the history of the Greenland. Let us come to history of Greenland. Actually, Greenland was the colony of Danish people, Denmark. India was colony of British, no? We were British colony, means the Britishers, they came and they made their temporary home in India. So were the Danish people, they made Greenland their colony, and then Greenland became a country, and it's a very beautiful country with scenic beauty and lot of ice. And you will find this video very interesting, because it is just filled. When I was making this video, I was very happy, because the nature and natural beauty, though we can never go to Greenland, but while making this video I was very much happy, because to see the natural beauty of Greenland is something, a food for eyes. It was very beautiful to look at, and so you will also find it very interesting. So watch the video till the end, and still if you have any doubt, do post your doubts in the group.
Frigid zone are the oldest and coldest regions of the world, and are largely covered with ice almost throughout the year. Due to severe cold and lack of vegetation, these areas are less populated. There are two frigid zones. The northern frigid zone, which extends between the North Pole and the Arctic Circle, and the southern frigid zone, which extends between the South Pole and the Antarctic Circle. The area of the frigid zone is also known as the polar region. In this region, the sunlight falls slanting and is reflected back due to the thick ice sheet on this region. Hence, the polar region remains frozen throughout the year. Some parts of the countries like United States of America, Northern Canada, Russia, Iceland, Sweden, Finland, Norway and Greenland fall in the northern frigid zone. The southern frigid zone, comprising of countries and it is unclaimed continent and is thus not considered as a nation. This region lies between the Tropic of Capricorn and the South Pole and remains frozen throughout the year. Since the frigid region is generally covered with ice and snow, it is cold throughout the year. The rays of the sun fall on this zone at an angle because of the tilt of the earth. This leads to the northern part and southern part having continuous days in summer and continuous nights in winter. Plant life and animal life of frigid zone. It is impossible to grow crops in the frigid zone because the soil is frozen almost throughout the year. The plants found in the frigid zone are mosses, lichens, grasses, flower bearing plants and berry bearing plants. The animals that live in the frigid zone are usually adapted to the harsh climate. Reindeers, foxes, whales, seals, walrus, musk oxen, ground squirrels, penguins, etc. are some of the animals found in the frigid zone. Greenland is considered as the world's largest island. It is also the country with the lowest population density and one of the smallest capitals in the world, Nuuk. Greenland is located between the Arctic and the Atlantic Ocean. Over 80% of Greenland is ice capped, which means that it is covered with ice all year round. It is best known for the natural phenomena. In summer, midnight sun, and winters, northern lights known as aurora borealis. Greenland is the 12th largest nation in terms of land area. It is a rugged mountainous land with a huge ice sheet at its center. Glaciers are quite common in Greenland. Greenland has true Arctic climate. Low temperature along with strong chilly winds make life here very difficult. It snows for long periods of time. Snowstorms called blizzards which occur here can be very dangerous as they often strike suddenly. The winters are very severe and the sun cannot be seen for days together. See how the tilted position of the earth makes the northern and southern pole regions tilt towards the sun during their respective summers, and therefore the daylight stays 24 hours despite the rotation of the earth. In Greenland, during the summer months, the sun does not set even at midnight. This peculiar feature gives the region the name the land of midnight sun. A little ice melts in the summer months. The cold climate does not allow plants to grow and most of the island is covered with ice. During the short summer season, grass and lichens, mosses and small shrubs grow. Flowers bloom during this time. The few trees found in these regions have stunted growth. Small herbs and small trees are source of food for animals. The animals found in the regions have thick fur. Reindeers, musk oxen, caribou, hares, polar bears, Arctic foxes, lemmings, and rare Arctic wolf are a few animals seen here. Huskies are dogs that look like wolves. They are used to pull sledges, which are a common means of transportation on the snow. The birds in Greenland are varied. These include eagles, ptarmigan, buntings, and sparrows, siskin, puffins, auks, gulls, ravens, owls, and many other. Marine life is dominated by whales in Greenland. Look at the snippet. The coat of arms means the national symbol of Greenland. The people of Greenland called their country as Kalalit Nunath, which means land of people. It received the name Greenland from the explorer Erik the Red. He sailed from Iceland to the island in 1982 CE. To encourage people to visit the island, he referred to it as Greenland. He thought that a pleasant name would be more likely to attract settlers. The people here are adventurous and welcoming. Inuits are the original people of this region. Inuits are hardworking people who have adapted to the difficult life of Greenland. In earlier times, they wore clothes made of animal hides or skins only. The jackets have a hood to cover their head and are called parkas. The clothes consist of fur, trousers, and boots. The typical Greenlandic diet is heavy in fish, potatoes, vegetables, and canned food. Seal and polar bear meat is also a staple food in many Inuit communities. The earliest houses of Greenland were built of stones, and ribs of whales covered the roof. Some Inuits stay in igloos, which are houses made of snow and shaped like domes with a hole in the center for the air to pass. The floor is kept warm with thick skin and fur of animals. Houses are now built in bright colors with logs and stones, which you have seen in the earlier part of the video. The Inuits made use of narrow boats called kayaks and broader boats, umeks, for hunting and transportation. Sledges pulled by dog or huskies or reindeers are also used. Over the time, new ways of hunting and traveling have been taken up.